What is up, guys? Chaz with the Lifestyle Warrior here, bringing you something that I have wanted to do for a long time. It's Amazon FBA for beginners. What I mean by that is the person who does not even have an account. I'm going to walk you through step by step, similar to my big popular step-by-step video with shipments. I want to create a step-by-step process that's going to help simplify all of this. Here's the thing, when you get into FBA, there's a lot of questions. How do I create an account? What about taxes? All that kind of stuff, right? I'm going to cover a little bit of everything, but all the information is out there scattered. You can go find it for free. You don't have to buy a course or paid coaches or all this kind of stuff. You can go do that. That's fine if you want the convenience. I want to gather all that information that I can and compile it into an easy step-by-step video series. So here you go. Let's dive in. We're going to start with episode number 1, which is going to cover your mindset. Now, before we even get into the technical part of FBA, I want you guys to really hone in on this right here. Before you start any business, you need to get your mindset right. A lot of people come to YouTube, they comment on videos, they want the easy route. A lot of people plug into the Facebook groups and they want the easy route. That's not how it works in business, guys. I have 4 things I want to cover as far as developing your mindset in business. Number 1 is going to be expectations. You can't just start a business and expect to get rich quick. You can't start a business and expect things to be handed to you. That's just how it goes. So with your expectation in FBA land, I want you to fully grasp the fact that there's going to be a lot of research involved. There's going to be a lot of trial and error. You're going to have to take risks. This is business, not just FBA. This is any business. You're going to have to take risks. That's the expectation that you have. That doesn't mean go pour all of your money into one product, that kind of stuff, right? Those are mistakes I've made. So that's why I want to compile all those bits and pieces of tips and information I can into this. Now, number 2 is you have to learn to be resourceful. This is the number 1 thing that I see that many people do not have. A lot of people plug into the Facebook groups, especially the Facebook groups, and they come in and expect things to be handed to them. The most common one that we see in the Facebook groups is the "would you buy this" post. And what that is you go out, you scan a product on your phone with the Amazon Sellers app, right? You see a product, you take a snapshot of that, you post it inside of a group and say, "Hey guys, would you buy this?" Right? Please do not do that. You need to learn to become resourceful. This means if you have a question, you need to find ways to figure it out yourself. I'm not saying that in the sense of the Facebook community, this YouTube channel, videos in general are not here to help you. Yes, we are. But if you don't learn to become resourceful in your own business, you are always going to feel compelled to rely on other people to provide your information for you. If you have a question, Google, YouTube, and shocking, Amazon Seller Central. Those should be your first 3 places you go look. That's learning to become resourceful and find your own answer. After searching those 3, if you cannot find the answer, then come into the Facebook group, ask the questions, message either myself or an admin or somebody else to help you. But you can't just come in blind, guys. You can't come in blind and just ask a whole list of questions without you putting in any effort. 3 is going to be having a long haul mindset. What this means is this is not a get rich quick business. Amazon FBA especially, it takes capital and it takes patience, consistency, and time. You have to be in this for the long haul. You cannot go out and spend $50 on some items and expect to get a $500 return within a month and then boom, you just made this money and go reinvest and do it again, right? That's the simple process. You're buying and flipping and reinvesting, but to be in this for the long haul, the capital you are putting into your business, keep it in your business the best that you can. So that means when you get these Amazon checks every 2 weeks, you take that check, do your best not to pull money out of there and pay personal things. That's business money. That money goes back into the business, into more product. The more you can circulate that money within your business and keep it snowball effect and grow, that's where it's at, guys. That's going into this for the long haul. You're not gonna make a ton of cash your first month. You're not gonna really get the hang of it your first 6 months. I've been in this for a year at the time of this recording, and I still feel like a newbie in many areas. I am by no means an expert. I'm just documenting my journey and sharing along the way. Number 4, this is a very, very important one. You ready? You need to develop the mindset of a true entrepreneur, not an employee. Think about that for a minute. What's that even mean? An employee goes into their job, they clock in, they do bare minimum work that's required of them to make the paycheck, they clock out, and they go home, and they're off, they're done. They don't even need to think about that until the next day. When you run your own business, when you try to become an entrepreneur, different ballgame, my friends, different ballgame. You cannot come into this expecting to put in bare minimum effort and make any money. That's what it comes down to. We're all doing this to make money. That's why we do FBA, right? If you want to make that money, you have to develop that mindset of an entrepreneur. And guess what? That sometimes means early mornings, late nights, sacrifices, missing family dinners, missing camping trips, missing certain things. There's a lot that goes into being a true entrepreneur, guys. A lot of people want to be an entrepreneur, quit their jobs, go on traveling and trips and all this fun stuff, and be able to just lounge at home. That is fun and all, but it takes extreme work ethic. To be an entrepreneur, you need to drop the employee mindset. This is not a job. You're not clocking in, working for a few hours, and making a paycheck. Your paycheck is going to be a direct reflection of your work ethic. You have to learn to be resourceful, especially with that, guys. I'm telling you, the more resourceful you can become, the less dependent you can become on others, the better off you're gonna be. Trust me on that one. So there you have it, my friends. That's my take on mindset when it comes to getting into business, because a lot of you are coming from a point of you are stuck at a job you hate. You're working towards getting out of that. I get it. I've been there. I've done it. I've walked those shoes. So especially if you're coming from a point where you're working a full-time job, guess what? You're gonna have to get up early and do some product sourcing, some shipments. You're gonna have to stay up late, do some product sourcing and some shipments. You're gonna have to work around that schedule, and that's just part of it. That's part of the mindset. Expectations, become resourceful. You need to be in this for the long haul, guys. This is not a 6-month business, take your money and leave. Long haul thinking here, guys. And last one, you need to drop the employee mindset, because if you want to be an entrepreneur, those are some big shoes to start walking in, and it's going to take time and patience. You're going to get knocked on your ass a few times. That's just business in general. That's life, right? But guess what? You get knocked down 7 times, you stand up 8. If you have that mentality, you're going to win. Guaranteed. But a lot of people don't have that mentality. A lot of people are weak-minded. You need to develop this more than anything in business. The stronger this is, the more shit you can take, and the better off you're going to be. Aside from that, peace out, crew. This has been Chaz. Stay tuned for episode number 2. I'll see you later.